Thank you for tuning in. Woodsy here, and today we're going to be looking at the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro Smoke Grey. Let's check them out. Right, so this is a recent release. I haven't actually grabbed them right on release. I've left it a little bit of time, but these are readily available in skate shops in the UK, and I would assume around the rest of the world, because the sort of like sales of SB Dunks are sort of slowed down. They're also available on sneakers, and I would assume that they are going to move from sneakers onto the Nike website at some point. These retail at £110, and they are a general release, so there should be a large stock of these. Now, what is good is the fact that pairs are sitting, because people that want to skate these, they're more readily available, and I think that is what is really good about GRs, is the fact that you're much easier to skate. If they're a collaboration, you're going to worry, you're going to say, oh, I don't want to ruin these. And it's nice to have the GRs readily available again. What is interesting though is that we have seen a colorway very similar to this from Nike SB already. So they had a teal box release in 2018, which was the dark greys, and I would assume they were a lot cheaper than £110. The variations that they had, apart from obviously the sort of like color of the grey itself, was that the swoosh, instead of being a black leather, it was in a grey suede, and instead of having a black suede behind the swoosh and on the toe box, it was a black leather. I've seen images of these where it looks very crinkly on that toe box, and I think they look really nice as well. I can't give you the comparison of whether I prefer the 2018 pair or this 2025 pair, because I never had that pair, but I'm definitely glad I picked these up, because the build structure on these look really nice. The materials are actually pretty good as well, which I will go into in a minute, and they definitely look good on feet. So let's start off with a box and then go over the materials. So, purple box, Nike SB Dunk Low Pro. This is the smoke grey, black smoke grey, and I got this in a UK 9.5, which is a US 10.5. Now, when it comes to SB Dunks, I go up a half size. I'm glad I did with these. They fit really nice. I would recommend going your SB sizing. If you haven't tried on an SB Dunk, they are more readily available now in skate shops. So go to a skate shop that supplies them, try them on, see what you think, because I personally feel like they do fit differently to sportswear Nike Dunks. To the shoe. So a lot of shoes this year seem to have the white midsole and gum outsole, which is really nice, and this is one of those pairs. So gum outsole with a grey shield, but when it comes to that white midsole, I do actually feel like it has almost like a greyish tinge to it. It's almost like a murky white. It's not like a really bright white, and even on the stitching, I think it is like a light grey stitch. And what I found a bit of a struggle with these is I wanted to do some variations with lace colour, but I ended up, I'm afraid to say, just doing the stock laces and the spare laces, mainly because I was going to put a white lace in, and I did, and it just didn't look right to me. I've seen people put yellow laces in it, which is really cool. I did want to put sort of like a gum sort of looking lace to match, but I don't have a lace of that colouring. And to the materials on the upper, so it's majority suede upper. You've got a mix between this black suede and grey suede, but you do have leather swooshes in that sort of quite rigid sort of leather feeling material. The actual suede itself has movement to it. It feels nice, but it's a bit more rugged, a bit more structured than the sort of buttery suedes that we have been having. And again, I feel like that's quite good in some respects, because it is going to be more rugged, hopefully more durable, more fit for purpose, because at the end of the day, this is a skateboarding shoe. The tongue on this is that sort of like new shaped tongue that they've been putting on the GRs, and I do think as well this fits well with being fit for purpose, because the piping around the tongue is a lot thicker, wider, and it feels like it's going to be longer lasting and more durable. So again, I feel like, I know a lot of people have qualms when it comes to the new shape of the tongue that they keep using, but I actually feel like it is more of an evolution to the actual shoe itself for the purpose it is for. So I think it is quite good, and I actually don't mind it. I think once these are on feet, these actually look really good. Heel tab at the back, grey suede with black stitching on it. You've got a grey sock liner and a black insole. I feel like these are really comfortable on feet. They're a really nice build to them, and I think I'm probably going to stay with that stock sort of like dark charcoal lace that's in them. They've got light grey on the tips, but the variation between the black spare lace and this dark charcoal is very subtle indeed. So this is obviously your opportunity if you want to put sort of a different colour lace in it. It's your time to shine, but I think I'm just going to be sticking with this stock lace. Overall, a very nice shoe. Obviously it is hopefully going to be one of those pairs that is readily available if you want it, and I will leave links down below of all the skate shops that have got them in stock in the UK. And yeah, if you can't find any in any skate shops, go to the Nike site. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do the on feet and the lace swaps, even though they are very subtle. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. It's Woodsy out.